course, I have to, first of all, congratulate you about being on the cast of Avengers Doomsday. Is everyone in Hollywood in this film?
Kind of seems like it, right? I mean, I didn't even know who was in this film. I mean, I kind of knew that I would be involved in some capacity, but it wasn't until the big announcements that I even knew that like Sir Ian and Sir Patrick were in it. Like that was a total surprise to me and very shocking. And like, of course, every name that got revealed had the added kind of meaning for me. Obviously, I was watching it as a fan, but then for me, it was like, oh, each one of these people is somebody that I'll meet on set and ultimately get to work with. And I think that's just such an incredible thing.
How hard was it to keep this secret?
I mean, it's tough because, you know, especially when you're premiering a movie and you know you have to go out in front of press, you know the questions inevitably are going to come. So you just have to, like, toe the company line, you know, play coy and hope that no one asks no one asks any probing questions and you don't slip up because, you know, we all know the Tom Holland and Mark Ruffalo moments, infamous moments that have happened, and none of us want to be that.
Well, what great timing that it came out right before you're talking about your new show. So it really worked out well.
Exactly.
Let's talk about this show. Mm-hmm. And can you sort of walk people through like what they can expect when they watch it?
You're about to see a game play out.
This is the craziest thing I've ever done.
Oh my God! 20 strangers
locked in a house.
Yes!
They will receive clues to help them escape and steal a prize climbing to $1 million.
So you've got 20 people, half of whom are reality TV personalities, legendary people, and the other half of whom are reality rookies, just regular people out in the world. They're stuck in a house for 10 days. You got a money clock that's ticking up to $1 million. So if nobody escapes during these 10 days, everyone splits $1 million. Split 20 ways, maybe not a lot of money. Or over the course of these 10 days, different contestants will get what are called exit strategies in the form of a little ticker tape, and it'll give them clues as to when there's a window to escape, basically. And if you can make it past we have a long driveway in an estate and these big double doors, this gate. And if you can make it out of the gate, then you take whatever amount of money is in the pot. And so you can expect alliances being formed, people betraying each other. Spencer Pratt hides himself in a pile of garbage to try to get taken out.
Not surprising.
Really, really creative, genius even, escape plans that ultimately are also thwarted by the fact that these are not professional escape artists. So something always happens, that someone either messes up or someone falls asleep or someone gets found out. But it all kind of makes for really fun and watchable TV. And for what it's worth, for my job as a host, I get to kind of just sit back and make fun of it all.
It sounds like an escape room, right?
Yeah. It sounds like an escape room, but you're not always working with all of the people together. And if you're a part of an escape plan, then you're working actively against everybody else because you don't want, basically, as few people as possible you want to split the money with, right?
We need to make sure nobody gets out.
We have to pull the lever to sound the alarm and hit the button to close the gate.
They're running! Somebody's running! Hit the button!
So are there alliances that form in this, or would that be against, the best way to win?
No, I would say alliances are necessary. I think it becomes obvious very, very quickly that nobody can win this money alone. They need accomplices because, it's a big house. There's a lot of vantage points. People discover pretty quickly that there's kind of a watchtower, and so they set up shifts at the watchtower. And so if you are somebody who gets an exit strategy and you need to escape, you need to figure out who's going to be on the watchtower, and you need to convince them to look the other way, right? And you're going to have to cut them in on the deal. And it's stuff like that. And obviously you want to keep your group small. You don't want too many people because otherwise you got to split the pot too many ways. But there's like a really interesting and fascinating game theory to that. Bringing people into your circle of trust, scheming, conniving, making sure like when the moment's right. And then ultimately like it all kind of gets blown up for whatever reason or another. But
I don't know if I trust them fully to split the money.
Hit the button! Boom!
Don't believe anything. They're all freaking psycho liars.
It's a wicked game we're playing.
So you've got these rookies who are working with these sort of really, really seasoned reality stars. What was that like? Did they sort of take them under their wing? Did they sort of leave them to, fend for themselves?
That's interesting. I would have given the edge to the rookies, actually, in terms of like who was maybe smarter at playing the game for the most part. Because I think in my mind, I was like, okay, you got a bunch of reality TV stars. None of them are professional escape artists, right? A lot of them were on, dating shows and like Big Brother and like Dancing with the Stars. Like, these people don't know anything about escaping a house. But I was actually really pleasantly surprised by some of the plans that they concocted. In particular, Spencer, some of the stuff that some of his ideas are just like, I gotta hand it to him. They're pretty genius.
And he's been sort of gone from the zeitgeist for a while, and now he's back. So what was he like? What was it like with him off camera?
Oh, I mean, I didn't. My job as host was I got to just kind of sit back and I was watching through what they were doing inside the house, but I actually haven't met him.
So, you haven't?
No.
Oh.
I get to make fun of him from behind a sound booth.
In a safe sort of
Yeah. But I will say, over the course of the show, I mean, he gave us so many incredible moments, and I think the world will see that he's a lot smarter than people give him credit for.
Are you a reality show fan?
I have been known to be. I'm more often than not drawn into reality shows involuntarily by people and then forced to continue watching them.
Okay.
But no, I mean, we're big Love Is Blind fans. I got like roped into the past season of Love Island, so got really deep into that.
It's hard, right? Once you see one episode, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden it's like, well, okay, I just need to see what happens.
With most
next.
things that you start watching ironically, I think there comes a point where you realize that you're not ironically watching anymore. You're like, oh no, I need to see what's next. I hit that point with every reality show.
Yeah.